Okay, let's get back to work. Back to work. Back to work. Um, uh, you have to once you do your work during the summer, the spring and the summer. Then you gotta sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, build up your immune system, and get ready to, everything you do during the summer and the spring and the summer, helps you through winter. Okay. Winter, everything else goes dormant. You're supposed to slow down during winter and have everything you need to make it through the winter. Okay. If you don't do things right during the summer, spring, and the winter, summer, okay, you're going to pay during the winter. Okay. That's the way the, four season type environments are set up. Now, when you all work together, okay, ringing in the sheaves and stuff, when you all work together, then you're loving and living instead of surviving. Okay. But you're going to have a grind. You're going to fight like hell to survive if you're grinding, if you're not working together, if you're fighting against each other to see who's going to win. Okay. I watched a little thing on Brady Oliveira from North Dakota. We know Earl likes to follow they were the Fighting Sioux. And some bitches got together. Yeah, it's like, that's not a bad name. It's not derogatory. It's not Indians. It's not Redskins. It's not the fighting murderers, the fighting cutthroats. Maybe it is. Okay, Sioux. Okay, maybe so. Maybe that's what offended them. That's a name given to them. But back in the day, it was okay. At Cochise College, I think, is still the Apaches. Okay. Florida State's still the Seminoles because the Seminoles don't bitch about it because that's who they are. They're like, cool. And so they never signed a treaty and they never, gave up their traditional lands and stuff to the United States government. They're very proud of that. I'd be more proud if you were living the Lord's Prayer without fear and standing up for children not to be murdered by economics, which is believing in fantasy. But, right, to each a rose two lips must insist on two more to be kissed. Or they'll kiss you on the cheek and take a bag of silver and go fuck off and take a residency in Las Vegas, right? To each his own, to each his own. Sometimes it's a her, right? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then they get all butthurt when you don't talk to them or listen to them in prayer meditation. It's like, hey, would you listen to you? Would you listen to a fucking word you have to say? Okay, Chris Brown, don't make me go all Rihanna on your ass. That's about the only song I like of hers. I think so. The rest of them I'm not that into. They just don't sound. None of the people who sing songs now today sound sincere. They sound like actors. Back in the day when we were stupid, like the Ruffin Brothers and Eddie Kendricks, and I stay through my window, and and Johnny Wilder and stuff, and they were sincere about what they did. What breaks everything apart is when they get greedy and fight about the money, and it tears apart the sincerity. Like the skinny man can, David Ruffin, he said, I got arrogant and greedy, and it screwed everything up. And he was right, and stuff. And they had wasn't a good thing going, but they were able to pay they got a house in the hills, they're paying everyone's bills, and they tell you that you're going to go far. But in the back of my mind, hear it time after time, is this who we really are? And Brady, animals are not defenseless and not vulnerable, and no. You turn animals loose in nature, they will survive. Dogs, though, and domesticated cats have been bred by human beings, okay, to keep as pets, to the cats to kill our rats and keep them out of our food supplies and keep us from getting sick from their fleas and stuff, and dogs to warn us of other human beings that are coming to kill us while we sleep, or other dogs that come to kill our sheep and things like that. So dogs and cats were domesticated by human beings to be public servants. Keep the rats out the kitchen. There's a rat in my kitchen. What am I going to do? I'm going to fix that rat. That's what I'm going to... And dogs were made to keep, they were domesticated to protect us from predators. Because rats are predatory and things like that. And so, rats will come in and eat all your stuff and die and eat your carcass, just like Leonard's aunt who died and the cats ate her. And Sheldon goes, you don't have to sell me on cats anymore. Sheldon's crazy, right? You guys understand? Sheldon's crazy. He's a lunatic, yeah. And the people that get together on that show and do cameos on it for make-believe money are just as crazy as Sheldon's character. They're lunatics. There's no logic. You can't talk logic. I've tried. Okay, they've had lots of them come talk to me when I go to the store, when I worked at the stores and stuff, and you try to talk logically to them and explain to them money's not real and you ought to stand up for us to all live the Lord's Prayer, and they talk to you like you're crazy. You don't understand science and you can't understand philosophy and you're just crazy and you believe in magic, make-believe things. Just forgive debt and trespass, love, and eternal faith. Please get your science equipment and get the fuck out of my house, okay? This is where I live, okay? Not where you live. This box. Get out of the box. When I have a house, you're not invited, okay? No legal contracts that say, hey, Patriot X says you can come and watch my bedroom and sexually groom and manipulate my wife. Wow, what assholes. Yeah, they have linguistics that say that's okay. There's different ways to crucify a Messiah in the 21st century, guys, and the 20th century, okay? There's linguistics accepted by the group. There's the same thing that happened with Jesus I am just like him and he's just like me. If you believe in magic shit, me and Jesus have oceanfront property. It's tangible to through scientific means in the 20th and 21st century to create a wormhole, use stem cell research to repair and rejuvenate a person, move him to the 30th century, okay? And then try to use that focal point of communication to manipulate everybody like him in past and present times to have your team win the contest of the outcome. That's entirely tangible. It's entirely tangible to manipulate what you perceive as creator wormhole. Okay. And then put it in a space station, get a Parsons aeronautic aircraft, go in and out and move and take Jesus and Muhammad and move them to the future. That's entirely tangible. And say God did it. You know, and then Stephen Hawking, well, we got to kill God. Well, then who did it? Scientists did it. Okay, scientists did it. There's no God, there's just scientists. And they're the narrative of all what you would call religion. And so they're writing the script, not you. That's why I tell everybody, the devil and Satan wrote Book of Revelation. I don't make the news, I just report the news. All I do is say, hey, let's forgive that trespass, love, one, and for peace, please, and get these fucking perverts out of our houses, launching lockets and calling each other Leon, right? Leon Spinks, he's the dumbest fighter ever fought. He was so dumb, they took his license away. He walked into a telephone pole. He was dumb, right? Billy Crystal. Okay, guys, but ask yourself every day, okay? Ask yourself, Brady, you act more like your dad than you do like your mom. Your mom just probably was a better football prospect. Yeah. You became addicted to sports to get your dopamine rush, to get everything you need. Your dad couldn't fulfill those needs because he couldn't compete as well. And then it wore on him, so he went into drugs and alcohol because he felt inadequate. Yeah, I'd go give Dad a big hug and give Mom a big hug. It's probably her genes that made you knock everybody down. You know, like Kathy Bates on Waterboy. You know what I'm saying? There you go. She says, well, you're going to be better at providing for your kids than your dad was. Well, we should all just live the Lord's Prayer, then we won't have that problem. I'm like Jesus. I was the best athlete in the 20th century. Okay. And I'm a better person than athletes in the 21st century who think they could be a better athlete than me. I don't think anybody was getting clocked to where they could break the 4-second barrier in the 40-yard dash ever. I don't think anybody's ever done that in the 21st century, and I was doing that at Mayfield High School in 1983. At Dean Morgan Junior High in 1982, okay, I jumped over Chris and my head was up near the backboard and the rim, okay. Guys that would hit their head on the backboard of the rim of all that they've had do it were all over at least 6'4". I was 5'9" and I was 15 years old. They were all over 6'3" or 6'4" and were in their 20s and 30s, you know, grown men. So yeah, I was pretty spectacular and scared the shit out. I was 5'11", 155 pounds, went toe to toe with a 6'4" drug dealer in Scottsdale, Arizona that was a Hell's Angel biker, and he balked because he was afraid I was going to kick his ass. He acted like He was being nice because I wasn't backing down. I looked him in the eye and said, "You sure you want to ride this train, motherfucker?" I knew what I was going to do. I wasn't going to stand still and let him hurt me. I was going to move faster than he could move and use his body to beat his ass up with his own aggression. I can talk to DC Suzuki. I can talk to Sun Yat-sen. I can talk to, Mr. Miyagi. Only do things better than Mr. Miyagi because I was a better athlete, faster, could jump higher, better dopamine, better. My dopamine is different. My dopamine is under control, and my adrenaline rushes are under control because of my eternal biological and psychological conditioning of being a faithful person in temple and spirit over tens of thousands of years. Okay. You don't want to be like me because it won't be necessary. I mean, if you have it, you'll need it, but it'll probably just be a llama to stop biting your kids to get on America's Funniest Home Video, or a deer, getting upset because he thinks you're going to grab a gun and take him to the nearest taxidermist office in Sheridan, Wyoming on Caffeine Avenue, right? You understand? Okay, guys. I'm on the case. If you want to join me and stand up for the Lord's Prayer, then, find a way. If you don't, look like a CEO asshole like the rest of these assholes on TV every faith-forsaken, money-grubbing bitch fucking day. It's entirely up to you. Okay? Money ain't gonna save animals from bitches acting like animals over money. Living the Lord's Prayer is gonna help the animals have a better world to live in. Okay. The COVID protocols, we had so much irrational bullshit going on because of people calling in foreclosures, people fighting for their monies and their dollars, and people driving cars to still fight over their monies and dollars and feel essential because they're doing everything that the devil and Satan told them to do over money. We haven't even got close to the point where we can grasp how good we can be to the ecosystem and how good the ecosystem can be to us by living the Lord's Prayer worldwide. Trust me, technology is getting better. In this little orange chair with this phone in this hand. Okay? Y'all just got ghosted. Okay, because I love you, man. Ooh, Lord. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. Get yourself straight. If you can't get right, don't worry about it. I'll take care of your kids for you. Okay, peace.